Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Tune-In. This will be our last episode of Season 1, so let's get into the interview that Noah's going to do for us.
Hi. First question. I'll just let you guys pick who starts, and then we can kind of go back and forth. But
okay.
All right, first question. What was your favorite episode to record? Favorite episode to record?
You can go first.
I would say favorite albums of each decade, the 90s episode. Now, I really like this episode because I just think it was just... I really like the subject matter. I really love 90s albums and grunge and that sort of thing. So incredibly fun for me to talk about. It was just a fun episode to film. I feel like the chemistry on that episode was really good. We had a lot of laughs. It was just an overall really fun episode to film between subject matter and just the chemistry between us on that episode. So that'd probably be my favorite episode to film.
My favorite would probably have to be either the 90s episode or like the 60s episode. I really liked the record pulls. You know what? I'm just going to agree with him. The 90s episode was great, and we did have a lot of laughs on that, so I'll go with that.
I do agree. The 90s episode was really good. Question number 2. What was the funniest moment in an episode from this year? Ooh. You probably have a lot of them.
I'm calling on him right now. Calling on him? I don't know. Maybe that's the funniest moment. I don't know. When he said, recorded up a stair, recorded upstairs,
on the
recorded up a stair, and then he finally said it was recorded on a staircase. From, the Led Zeppelin episode. That was so funny to me, and I will never forget that.
That was so funny. Yeah,
How about you?
The editing. If I had to pick a funniest moment, okay, I'm between two right now, so I'll just kind of talk about them both. One is, again, from the 90s video, where we just got into a completely random tangent about our mother's music taste.
Yeah.
That was just completely random, and it was just so funny how we just completely deviated from the topic of the episode to talk about our mothers, which is so funny. And 2, I think this was from Random Record Poll 3 or 4. But I just got done talking about a Genesis album. I think it was Foxtrot. And I was talking about it, and on the other side of the desk, Brodie was struggling to put his copy of the White Album back in its sleeve. It took 3 minutes. I was just talking and watching him just shake it up and down vigorously, trying to get it back in the sleeve. So those would probably be my 2 funniest moments.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Those are both pretty good. All right. Yeah. Question number 3. If you could go back and change one thing about an episode, would you? And if you did, what would it be?
May I go first?
Yes.
For mine. I would have to change the ranking the Prince album video.
All right.
I think it could have been a little better. It felt pretty boring because it was just me speaking, and I was really nervous. And I feel like I could have done a better job at talking and I get that. I think that's
you could have worked on your confidence a little more.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's fair. It was your first episode without our first episode without both of us being on set. So I can see why you might be nervous. Mine would probably be I would probably go back to my Led Zeppelin ranking, and I'd probably swap around a couple of my albums because I don't know. I feel like it doesn't really quite reflect my taste. I feel like I'd probably move Physical Graffiti down a bit, and I would move 3 and 1 up a bit. I'm not sure. I think the top...
Go watch those videos.
I think the top of my list of... I think it was The Song Remains the Same, 4 and 2 would probably be the same. But I might shift around the bottom of the list, the kind of middle bottom of the list a little bit, just to kind of reflect my current taste in Led Zeppelin albums. So I'd probably choose that one. This might be a little off topic, but do you want to know what I would go back and change?
Yeah.
I would go back to my Pink Floyd ranking video. I would move Saucer Full of Secrets down, and I would move Metal upward. I listened to Metal a couple weeks ago, and I feel like it was just a better album that I feel like I wouldn't really say I disrespected, but I don't think I friggin' showed how great it was.
Yeah, and you know what? I do the same thing for my Prince episode because I feel like my opinions have like completely changed on
it's
all
kind of
Prince
it's
albums.
hard to do an opinionated ranking video because if you're just doing an objective ranking,
you know your opinions are going to change, so like it's hard to
so it's hard to
nail
walk
down
them in. Yeah.
All
right. Question number 4. What ideas do you have for the future of the show?
Ooh. Wow, that's a I don't want to sound like an old man, but that's a doozy. One episode we were going to do this year, but we completely ran out of time, was, and we probably will do this next year, so don't get upset. What if Woodstock happened in 2025 And I
expect that maybe next next season. If we get time, it'd be a long video to record, but we'd love to do it.
Yeah, but I have probably a lot of artists, like probably almost 40, around 50, somewhere like that.
Spread across 3 days.
Yeah,
nice.
That would be like really cool to do. But also I was thinking about making like an audio podcast, but that's a separate thing that I'll have to focus on later. But how about you?
My ideas for the future of the show. Well, I would like to maybe do like a couple more solo videos, like maybe ranking some more artists. I thought about like more rankings. If we wanted to do one together, maybe David Bowie. Yes. I was considering like a Fleetwood Mac one. Oh, but
yeah,
maybe because if you go check out our Instagram, Brodie has started reviewing a bunch of albums. So I'd like to maybe put some of those in video form, or like make some exclusive ones to our YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
That might be interesting. Yeah. And then just maybe a couple, like maybe do another album exchange. We had an idea this year, but we would have had no time to do that.
No time.
Would have been to collect some album recommendations from our teachers and then go through them. And other than that, maybe just, I don't know, just some new. We have a lot of series on this channel, so just kind of maybe some more one-off videos on our taste in music. So that'd probably be my vision for the show. Yeah. Question number 5, and this is kind of getting into more music-related questions. How has the other person changed your outlook on music and or music taste?
Ooh. I feel like Wyatt has exposed me. Wrong wordage there. I think Wyatt has exposed me to more rock elements and definitely new wave. I think that comes from both of them, but rock has been a pretty heavy thing that they've introduced to me, so I'm very happy for that. But yeah, just a whole lot of artists. Like, we've listened to so much music in the past season that it's
kind of weird to think how much music we've listened to from this year to last.
It's
between like videos we've had to, like songs we've had to, or albums we've had to listen to for videos, or just in general, kind of.
Yeah. How about
Wyatt? How's Brodie changed your? I would say Brodie's changed my music taste. I kind of like to reverse like the kind of alternative new wave sort of thing. I feel like you've introduced me to a lot of those acts, and as well like The Cure, MGMT.
Yeah.
A lot of those artists.
And Prince.
Oh yeah, plenty of Prince.
We can't forget about Prince.
Yeah, he showed me so much Prince in the past. So what I'm getting is that for you, I'd never heard of that album in my entire life, and it was actually a pretty good album. Go check out the album exchange if you want to see that.
Yes.
So what you're saying is that Wyatt's kind of moved you in a more rock direction, and Brodie's moved you in more of a pop direction. Yeah. I'll say that.
Okay, so we're going to have to pause it there for today. We will be right back tomorrow to continue this interview. It's pretty cool having the three of us up here because I feel like it takes the weight off of other people's shoulders to constantly be talking. So thank you so much for watching this part of the video.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Up.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. I don't know why I went like that. Anyway, see you in the next part. Hello everybody and welcome back to the video. What are the next questions?
Alright, next question, and this is kind of edited from how I originally wrote it, but if you were stuck on a deserted island with only 5 albums, which ones would you take? Ooh, okay.
Oh, I can't. I don't even. Wow.
Wow.
Like our current taste, or like just of anything, because I don't know if I'll be able to do that.
What albums would you currently take in your current iteration of your music taste? Okay, give me a sec to think.
All right, I would take Dirty Mind by Prince. Purple Rain by Prince.
Prince by Prince.
No, well, that too, but no. I'd take Currents by Tame Impala. Actually by the Pet Shop Boys. And...
Okay, I've got mine.
And... Oh my gosh. Sign of the Times by Prince. So... Three Prince albums.
I honestly expected for you to be on there.
Yeah, that's not my favorite Prince one anymore.
Mine would probably be Revolver by the Beatles. All right, good choice.
Whoa.
The Song Remains the Same by Led Zeppelin. All right. Let's go Are You Experienced by Jimi Hendrix. Oh, that's a good one. Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. And The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders of Mars by David Bowie. Good choices. Those would be my 5, yeah. Name one song, album, or artist that you want to recommend to people but didn't really get a chance to talk about in the episodes that we did. Ooh, okay. I've got mine. All right. Why? I would have to go with The Police. All right. I never really talked about them, partially because I don't own any of their albums, which I really got to get on that. They're just an incredible power trio. All 5 of their albums have some incredible songs on it. You got songs like Roxanne on the first one, Message in a Bottle on Reggae to the Blanc, Zenyatta Mandata, which is... It's either that or Ghost in the Machine is my favorite Police album. Has like Don't Stand So Close to Me, Driven to Tears, When the World is Falling Down, You Make the Best of What's Still Around, or I might have botched the title, it's kind of long, but Every Breath You Take, Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic. They're just incredible, like pop. It's like punk mixed with new wave, mixed with rock. They're just an incredible band, and I didn't really get a good excuse to gush about them on the show. So that would probably be my recommendation.
Oh, see, why did I automatically want to say Prince? We've talked about
it to death.
Yeah, Tame Impala or the Pet Shop Boys. I mean, the Pet Shop Boys. I don't know why I said it like that. Do you hear that?
What?
Jacob just made the weirdest noise. Songs like Rent is probably my favorite Pet Shop Boys song. I love you, you pay my rent. I'm going to cut that. I don't know. Check out the whole Actually album and you will see where I stand on that because it's incredible. Tame Impala, Let It Happen. The Less I Know, the Better. Nangs is a good song. The song Gossip is an instrumental and it's very trippy and dreamy. Borderline. Oh my gosh, it's such a great song.
Do you have reviews for both of those albums out?
I have a review for Currents.
I thought you had a review for Pet Shop Boys as well.
Yes, that too.
Go check those out.
Go check that out, yeah.
All right, question number 8. What is a musical genre or style that you feel like you've gotten into this past year?
New wave.
I'd say either new wave or kind of like folk rock, if that makes sense. Because I've kind of been getting into like...
When I think of folk, I think of country, so my mind automatically goes to there. But
yeah, completely different. But like kind of more acoustically driven bands. I've kind of been getting into some Bob Dylan albums recently, so I'd probably say that. Just like Lindsey Buckingham's solo material is great. It's just a bunch of great material that I feel like I've gotten into a little more into. And then new wave like Brodie, MGMT,
Rio by Duran Duran.
Yeah, Disintegration by The Cure, bunch of great new wave albums. So those would probably be my picks.
Yeah, Pet Shop Boys is huge on new wave, so all of that.
I'm gonna see if I can get at least one of your answers on this next question because this one's also a little bit long. All right, and this is kind of to get like a feel for which musicians you look up to. if you could create any band with any existing musicians in it, who would be the members?
May I
So
go
wait, what do you mean? Like members, like
drummer, singer, bassist,
guitarist, and
guitarist.
then maybe like an extra instrument, like keyboards, if you want.
May I go?
Yeah, sure.
I
think Prince on every instrument.
Well, I mean, honestly, probably. But Prince would be like on guitar and like maybe like keyboards because he did a lot of stuff with keyboards. David Bowie, I mean, maybe an extra instrument on saxophone.
David Bowie on saxophone.
He plays saxophone. We already discovered that in a different video, but he's such a good saxophone player. Drums. Michael Bland, New Power Generation.
Okay.
Actually, fun fact, we're actually followed by him on our Instagram, so go follow him. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to quit it there. I don't know.
All right, let me take a crack at it. So, I'm thinking I would have to go with, if I had to pick, I would have to go with, let's go with Jimi Hendrix on guitar. All right, okay. Bass, we'll go with Geddy Lee of Rush. Drums, John Bonham. For an extra keyboard, I'm going to do a weird one. We'll go with Stevie Wonder.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one. Lead vocals. Lead vocals.
I swear if you say Bob Dylan. I was about to say, like, I'm sorry, but, like, Bob Dylan's
really weird voice.
It's weird, and that would dampen the whole band.
That's tough. So, we're going to go with... It's such a tough decision because there's a lot of really great lead singers. Let's go with Paul McCartney.
Oh.
Didn't expect Paul McCartney.
So there's some R&B from Stevie Wonder. There's some
I was trying to go.
rock.
I was thinking like kind of a bluesy rock band lineup, so I was trying to make them all fit together.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching this part of the video. We'll probably have 1 or 2 more sections, so thank you for coming back. See you later. I almost went down.
Yeah, it definitely looked like that.
Choose kindness. An atom-looking structure. How about I almost fell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we here?
So you want me to sit like right here?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I'll.
There, that's better.
Just don't want to get the lights in the shot.
Those lights?
Yeah, like no,
the ones up there.
the top, like
Oh, back there.
the circle things up there.
These things?
No.
No. You know what? Let's just keep going.
A little more, please.
Move in. All right. How's that?
Good.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay, so hello everyone, and welcome back to hopefully the last part of this video. As you can see, there's a different arrangement because Jacob currently is not here, so we had to make it work, and we're only using 1 camera shot, so let's get into this.
This first question is just for you, Brodie. Thing is, basically, everyone who watches this show knows that Prince is your favorite artist. I don't think I've ever asked what your number 2 would be and why. Your what?
My number 2 artist.
Oh, okay.
That's so hard because Prince is like my number 1, and I feel like,
So if we had a pie chart of Brodie's musical
Just
taste,
purple.
90% of it would be purple.
Yeah. That's really hard. David Bowie or like Michael Jackson, but Prince is, I don't want to say like everything to me, but everything to me musically, yeah.
All right. Now, this next question is just for you, Wyatt, since we all know that you're more of the rock guy around here. What's your favorite subgenre of rock? Favorite subgenre of rock? Well, I would probably... Let's go with blues rock. I think a lot of my favorite artists kind of fall under the blues rock subgenre, like Led Zeppelin, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Hendrix. There's just a lot of great blues rock musicians, and blues rock is one of my favorite guitar subgenres. I feel like there's a lot there musically and technically. You can really get into a lot of the motion. Just some great bands. Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac is another one. Incredible. I love blues rock guitar, and I love blues rock music. So that would be my answer.
I love that question so much.
You want to answer?
Yes, is that okay? Alternative rock. Or like grunge rock.
Grunge is another good. Any specific bands?
Nirvana. The Cure could be considered alternative rock. Yeah, that's about it.
All right,
there's more, but I mean, Pearl Jam, all of those.
All right. Now, this next question's also just for you, Brodie. Now, what albums are you considering doing reviews for on our Instagram?
I have a long list.
Just give us like the top couple.
I haven't done any in a while. I'd like to start again. I'd like to do Permanent Waves by Rush.
Nice. That's a good one.
Little Dark Age by MGMT.
That's another good one.
That whole album. Park Life by Blur is a really good album that I just listened to not too long ago. In Rainbows by Radiohead. Black Tie White Noise by David Bowie. Right now, that is my favorite David Bowie album.
Wow. Dang.
The Queen is Dead by The Smiths.
Oh, that's a good album.
The Buddha of Suburbia by David Bowie. And I think this is going to be the last one I give you. Strange Ways, Here We Come by The Smiths.
Nice. Yeah.
Just so
Those are all good picks.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this question is also just for Wyatt. What do you feel like is one song that encapsulates your music taste? One song that encapsulates my music taste. Ugh. Ooh, that's a tough question.
Yeah.
I could answer that question differently every day, but if I had to go with one song right now that encapsulates my music taste, I would have to go with Layla by Eric Clapton. All right, that's a good choice. It's just incredible song, great kind of romantic lyrics, incredible blues rock guitar with a slide solo from Duane Allman, and then this after the kind of more rock focus, like first 3 or 4 minutes of the song, it fades out to this beautiful piano instrumental. And I feel like...
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it did that. Wow.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's actually in a scene from the movie Goodfellas. So, all those elements combined, I would say that song defines my music taste pretty well. All right. Final question. This one's for both of you. What is the biggest lesson that you guys have learned from doing this show?
Adapt to other people's patience. And I think friendship and... like, not partnership, but like partnering up
working together.
Yeah, working together. Like, I feel like I've learned that holds everything together when you're working strong together. So
yeah, I would probably have to say, teamwork, because it takes, even a small show like ours, it takes a lot to run it and come up with video ideas and thumbnails and edit, and because we have to take multiple days to film videos. So all those elements combined, it really does take a lot of work just to post one video, like a simple random record poll.
Yeah.
That takes a couple days just to do, like about half a week. And if I had to pick another one, it would probably be, I'm trying to think of how I want to put this, kind of adapting to other people. Like, we've shared a lot of our musical taste, albums we like, albums we don't like, on this channel. I think I've learned to kind of adapt, like, kind of open myself up a bit to kind of other people's tastes and way, and way of doing things. So I think that would probably be the biggest lesson I've learned from doing the show.
And honestly, same thing. Like, earlier in the video, I talked about how he's really exposed me to rock. Or they both have, actually. I think I had to adapt to that whole world, and that was a really good question, so good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so kind of an emotional ending for season 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. He's probably clicked the mouse button to switch the cameras about how many times?
Like
couple hundred times.
Couple 100,000.
I've probably messed up my words millions of times.
We probably cleared our throats even more.
Is there anything you guys want to say?
Not really. Just thanks for watching the show, and be ready for when season 2 comes out next year. Or no, not next year. Later this year. Be ready for that.
Yeah.
I don't really have too much to say. Just thank you guys for stopping by and listening to us ramble about music we like, and rock on.
All right. See you guys. Oh wait. I'm sorry. I'm already getting rusty. It's the end of season 1. This is the tune in, tuning out.
That's a wrap, people. Yeah.